All right. I think it's working. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Trivia Night. My friend Chloe is here. I look a little washed out. Let me fix the light a bit. I look a little bit washed out. What if I adjust? Not. I guess that is the best. Okay. I look a little blue. This is Chloe. She's a very happy-go-lucky frog, and she picked out an ASMR dress for you guys tonight. Sounds great, huh? How's everyone tonight? Who came from the premiere of my France video? Hey, Ludmila, how are you? Welcome, welcome. It's terrifying. Terrifying. Check out my nails. Oop. Can you see the ghosts? Ooh, scary. It's that time of year, folks. It's scary time. So I thought after trivia, instead of before trivia, do choose your own adventure after trivia. It's so spooky, right, Ryan? So tonight I picked out, to keep up with the spookiness of the season, we're going to go to Alcatraz and have some Alcatraz adventures. Are they French tip? Oh, I didn't even think of that. The ones with the ghosts on them are French tip. That's funny. I put these on for Egypt because the nails I wear, there is a mummy one, but it's really like long and very cumbersome. So I picked ghosts. I figured ghosts and bats were the next best thing for Egypt. But yeah, I have to have Halloween nails. I can't not. I'm so ready for spooky times. And yeah, just like usual, I have not read this book. I don't know what's in it. So we'll have an adventure together after trivia because I have trivia that I wrote based on one of the trivia books that I got. I have this huge notebook that's all trivia. I picked this notebook because I figured it's very crinkly sounding when I like turn the pages. Stuff like that, you know. But yeah. So I'll wait a couple more minutes. I started a little bit early. So how's everyone tonight? What did everyone think of the France video, if you got to see it? I'm a little proud of it. I actually think I did like a good job summarizing French history. It's just a very long and chaotic and complicated history. Yeah, we'll wait for a couple more people to join. Should be very proud. It was great. Thank you, Ludmila. I appreciate that. I hope the next premiere will be in 3 weeks. So I hope that that's a good one for you guys too. I'm doing premieres for all the UN superpowers. So that's 5 different countries. I figure I should do like next year, whenever I do a video on a G8 country or G7 now, because they kicked Russia out. I should do a premiere for that too. So the US, Japan, France, Germany, Britain, India, I don't remember if it is in G7. I think it is. Brazil, among a few others I've forgotten. Not Russia anymore. Russia got kicked out of the G8, so now they're the G7. They got kicked out of the club. But can just dive in, I think. No, it's been 4 minutes. I'm going to wait till it's 8 minutes. So let's chit chat. How's everyone tonight? I'm finally home after house sitting. It feels so good to be back. Not that it wasn't fun there, but I had a lot of trouble sleeping when I was there. As you could tell, I did 2 live streams in the middle of the night. Lately I've been sleeping really soundly for like 2 hours and then waking up for like 4 or 5 hours. It's very annoying. But I've been having fun whispering facts in the middle of the night without a microphone. I'm sure it would be a lot better if I actually had my microphone with me, but you can't really transport this thing very easily. Ludmila's helping their aunt for Thanksgiving and thinking what dishes you should Well, you should some American food. I don't know if they make it in Canada, but here we have green bean casserole, which is my favorite Thanksgiving food besides like turkey and mashed potatoes. It's this Monday. Yeah, Thanksgiving in Canada is coming up. So green bean casserole is literally just green beans in cream of mushroom soup, and you bake it together to make a casserole. And then you add crunchy French onions on top, like crunchy fried onions. So there's a crunch to it. So it tastes like a yummy. Wife who says they like pumpkin pie. Yeah, I'm more of a cake person than a pie person, but pumpkin pie is good. Pumpkin's not my favorite taste, but yeah, it's like a staple here in America because I think it's like so easy to make and takes like 20 minutes to cook as opposed to all the other things that we make that takes hours. So it's literally like 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, green beans. You bake it in the oven for like 15 to 20 minutes, and then you top it with crunchy onions. Pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls. Okay, that's so much better. That sounds way better. I'd rather have that than green bean casserole. What else do we eat in America on Thanksgiving besides turkey, mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, stuffing? I just buy, it's called stovetop stuffing. It literally, you pour it in a pot and you put in water and it takes like 1 minute to cook and it tastes just like real stuffing that came out of a turkey. Cranberry sauce, says waifu. That's true. Yeah, cranberry sauce with the turkey is how you eat cranberry sauce, in my opinion. I can't eat it straight. It's too sweet. With all the savory flavors on my plate, I don't like sweet things, so I have to have it with the turkey because turkey's like the closest thing to sweet because it's a light meat. Anyway, that's enough food. I'm going to get hungry. Let's start the trivia. Thank you, Chloe, for your dress. She was very excited for the France video because she's very much like a free-spirited frog. So she likes things like that. She's a manic pixie dream girl. So yeah, let me put you down with your boyfriend Kyle. There you go. And let's get started with trivia. So the story with this trivia book that I got is that I've said it in a couple of other lives, I think. This book I got was very clearly written by someone who does not speak English and wrote this book with Google Translate. So, the French do eat frogs. That is true, Ludmila. Poor Chloe. This book is very weirdly written. Every single question is phrased in the most bizarre way. Some of them don't even sound like they make any sense, but there's some good questions in there. There's a lot. It's like a geography quiz book, and there is a lot of actual like geography terminology and geography history stuff that I had no idea about. So I just copied some of the, let's say I did the Explorers chapter and the famous firsts and general knowledge of geography. Because if I don't know something, I'm not going to quiz you guys on it. If I don't know it, I mean, there's a chance that you probably don't know it either. So we're going to start off with the Explorers chapter. So first question of the night is, on which path did Marco Polo travel on to China? In the book, this question was, what did Marco Polo do? So I changed it. On which path did Marco Polo travel to China? Waifu gets it first. It's the Silk Road. Great job, Waifu. Waifu, you beat Ludmila. Ludmila's a fast typer. So Silk Road through Kashmir. Yes. Oh, no, sorry. Who was the first European explorer to reach India by sea? Who was the first European explorer to reach India by sea? Also a Led Zeppelin song. Yes, Kashmir's a great Led Zeppelin song. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Demonetized. Right. Not Columbus, Ludmila. He did not reach India. He never even made it to India in all of his voyages. He went the other direction. Who was the first European explorer to reach India by sea? He's also famous for sailing around the the bottom of Africa for the first time, the first European to sail around Africa. That's his other claim to fame. Not James Cook. He also went the other way. He sailed under South America and through the Pacific. This would be in the 1490s, by the way, if you want a bit of a reference. Sponsored by the Portuguese. I don't know if he was, I think he was Portuguese, this sailor. Pretty sure. But yeah, this was the easy section of this book, by the way. I think that we're at an impasse, so I will give you the answer. It is Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama was the first European to reach India by sea. There you go, Vasco da Gama. Yes, good job, Ludmila. I'll give that to you. Who landed in the Caribbean in 1492? Which explorer arrived in the Bahamas, the first European to reach the Bahamas in 1492? Oh, hey, Felinian's here. Columbus is the answer. Yep, Ludmila and Caroline's here. Cristobal Colombo, if you want to be specific, like wife. Cristofaro, right? Anyway. Which explorer established a colony in Panama? I only wrote down his last name because he was Spanish and it's a long name, so I just wrote down his last name, so feel free just to put that. He was famous for not just establishing a colony, but for crossing the isthmus and being the first European to see the Pacific Ocean. So he did a lot in his time, and Panama named a city after him. Panaman, listen, Ludmila, that's very funny, but it's obviously incorrect. They didn't name the country after him. They named a big city near the Panama Canal, I believe, after him, because that's where he landed from Spain. Any ideas, anyone? He's a very beloved person in Panama, in Central America. Paramaribo is the capital of Suriname. That's a bit far off. His name does not start with P. It has nothing to do with Panama. The name Panama. Magellan's a good guess. Oh, there we go. Waifu got it. It's Balboa. Balboa was his name. Yeah, Balboa. Juan something Balboa. Yeah. Balboa is the answer. So when Amerigo Vespucci sailed to the Americas, what did he notice about them? What did he discover about America in general that no one in Europe knew about? And it's a very poorly phrased question, but I really tried to fix it as best I could. Amerigo Vespucci, not gold, new animals probably also. I don't think anyone's going to get this. It's a very poorly phrased question, but he discovered that there were two Americas. That there was a north and a south. People look different. Yeah, I think every European discovered that. He discovered that there was a north and a south. We'll just skip that one. A little bit easier question. Who battled the Aztecs and claimed Mexico for Spain? Who battled the Aztecs and claimed Mexico for Spain? What was his name? Cortez. Yes, Caroline gets that one. The answer is Hernan Cortez. Hernan Cortez. Yes. Great job, everyone. Next question. James Cook was the first person to make an accurate map of what? James Cook was the first person to make an accurate map of what? What did James Cook make a map of? The first accurate map ever made of this place or area. I know, Ludmila. I'm telling you, this is the easy category. Hawaii was part of it, waifu. Not South America, not the Canadian coast. He didn't go anywhere near Canada, Felinian. He went south. There you go, Ludmila got it. Oceania. Yeah, the Pacific, Caroline. Same thing, the Pacific Islands, Oceania. He charted all those islands accurately for the first time in history. Not that the people there didn't, they had really cool like stick maps and with threads and things to help them navigate, but the real first map like we know today. What civilization did Francisco Pizarro conquer? What civilization did Francisco Pizarro, I should say, conquer? Where did Pizarro go? Not the Mayan, the Incas. Fellini gets that one. It's the Incas he conquered. The Incas. Where did Prince Henry the Navigator rule from? Remember the book, it said, where did Prince Henry the Navigator sail from? And he never went anywhere. He never left his country. He was Basque, but what country today was he from? What was he prince of? Like the modern day name of the country. It was known as this country back then. It was not Spain. It was not Spain. Prince Henry the Navigator, even though he never actually navigated anywhere. Not Andorra. We're going to talk about Andorra later. Fellini gets this one. It's Portugal. He was the Prince of Portugal. Oh, Pizarro was Basque. Okay. I was wondering. Anyway. Yes, my fridge is on, so deal with that. It's not too loud, but anyway. Last navigator question. Where was Ferdinand Magellan killed? So Magellan attempted to sail around the world. He did not make it. He was killed by the natives of a certain place. Do you know what that place was? The Philippines. Good job, wife. You know it's the Philippines near Manila. Good job, everyone. All right, next I did famous firsts, but I picked all the easy ones. Oh, hey, Ryan. So they almost all have to do with space except for this first one. Who were the first to climb Mount Everest? There's two men, one British man and one Sherpa. Who were they? It also talks about in the book that their sons also climbed Everest together. Ludmila, you're fine. Don't worry. You dominate every night. It's all good. We'll get to the country questions very, very soon. I just want to finish these intro questions. Who were the first two people to climb Mount Everest? They did it together. A dog just climbed Everest. No way. What kind of dog? I can't imagine putting a dog through that. That's really scary. I hope it was some kind of dog meant for the snow. Edmund Hillary is the first one. Ludmila, I'll give that to you. Okay, it's a Malamute. Okay, good. They said he had fun. Okay, yeah, I assume a Malamute would have fun up in the mountain. I was like, if it was like a Chihuahua or something, that would be torture. Edmund Hillary was I believe he was from Britain. Who was his Sherpa friend that helped guide him to the very top? Tenzing Norgay. Ryan got it. Tenzing Norgay was his name. And yeah, it said in this book that their sons both climbed Everest together too. A family tradition now. Okay, so space questions. Who was the first person in space? Who was the first person in space? He also was the first person to orbit the Earth because he reached orbit. Who was the first person in space? Yuri. It's kind of hard to accept just Yuri. He had a full name. Starts with a G. Gagarin. Yes, I'll give that to Waifu and Ludmila. Yuri Gagarin. And yes, it was someone Russian. He was definitely Russian. Who was the first to step on the moon? Who was the first person to step on the moon? I feel like everyone in the world knows this one. Who was the first person to step on the moon? Fellini got it first. Neil Armstrong. Not Louis Armstrong, Ludmila. Neil Armstrong. Yeah. I'm sure Louis Armstrong would love to go to the moon, but he'd probably sing a lovely song about it. And what was the first manned spacecraft to the moon? What was the spacecraft that Neil Armstrong was on? What was the mission name, I should say? Oh, I phrased that wrong. What was the first manned mission to the moon? There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. What was the first manned mission to the moon? Neil Armstrong was there along with Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins. Apollo what? Which Apollo mission was it? There were a lot of Apollo missions. Which one was it? Which Apollo mission was it? Because it was definitely an Apollo mission. Apollo was the ones. Nope, not 4. Hey, Blacklit Star's here. Not 8. It's not 2 or 8. Not 9. Go higher. Oh, which one? I think it was Apollo 8 or 9 that like blew up. I forget that story. 13 is a bad one. It was 11. Thank you, Caroline. It was Apollo 11. Yes. 13 was the one where they got stranded in space and had to navigate back blind. But I think it was Apollo 8 that exploded with everyone inside. It was like a test mission and something happened. Anyway, it probably wasn't Apollo 8, but there was one of the Apollo missions. But Apollo 11 was the one that went to the moon. What was the first creature to enter space? Because the first living thing from the Earth to enter space was not a person. What was it, and what was their name? It was a dog. Oh my gosh, my phone's ringing. Sorry about that. I'm not answering it. It was a dog. Who knows what the dog's name was? It was a Russian name, by the way. Sorry about my phone. I don't know who's calling me. My phone's way over there. Laika. Yes, waifu. It was Laika. Laika the dog. Who sadly didn't survive. Thank you, Laika. Very, very good dog over there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we're on to the general knowledge just about geography in general. Where is the prime meridian officially located? Where's the prime meridian officially located? If you wanted to go actually see a physical representation of the prime meridian, where would you go? There's an actual place for it. Oh, Orgel says Greenwich. I'll take that at Greenwich. Yes, Greenwich. It's spelled Greenwich. Greenwich, but it's spelled like Greenwich, but it's pronounced Greenwich. So I'll give that to Orgel. Good job, Orgel. Welcome. It is Greenwich in the UK. Next question. Which basketball star graduated from the University of North Carolina with a geography degree? Which basketball star? Just think of like the most famous basketball player you know. Graduated from the University of North Carolina with a geography degree. I'll give it to Blacklit Star. Michael Jordan, MJ. Michael Jordan had a degree in geography. Yeah, Jordan. Hey, you guys all got it. Good job. The most famous basketball player you can think of. What kind of calendar do we use? What's the name of our calendar? The UNC gave it away. Oh, I don't know much about his life. I don't know much about his early life. You hate basketball. I'm not really into the players, especially since I'm in Warrior territory. I'll give that to Caroline. It's the Gregorian calendar. The Julian calendar is what we used before the Gregorian calendar. Yeah, I live in Warriors territory, so I have to like basketball. It's the law. I like watching basketball, but I'm not really invested in all the players or anything. Caesarean. That's not a calendar. Which star is at the... Oh, I didn't finish writing this. Oh, there we go. Which star is at the northern zenith? If you looked straight up in the northern hemisphere, what star would you see? What's the star at the northern zenith? Who knows the name of the star that's at the very tip top of the sky? Man, someone's trying to get a hold of me. It is not Sirius. Sirius is the brightest star. It's Polaris, the pole star. Waifu gets that one. It is Polaris. All right. Moving on to country questions. And this is where it gets actually easy, I promise. So our first continent is Africa. So our first question is, what is the capital of Egypt? Hello, Dominic. You're just in time for country questions. Oh, wow. Caroline gets it first. The answer is Cairo. Which country has 3 capital cities? Which African country has 3 capital cities? Let me grab my water real quick. Oh, waifu gets that one. It's South Africa. South Africa. Fleety, I think you're writing answers like that on purpose. I'm going to get lipstick on my new water bottle. Oh, well. It is South Africa. Mogadishu is the capital of which country? Oh, okay, I got you, Fleety. I was about to say, like, trying to type too fast, I think. Mogadishu. Yep, Caroline got it first. It is Somalia. Somalia is the answer. And yeah, there are pirates there. Which country's capital is located on the shore of Lake Victoria? Which country? Give me the name of the country. Which country has their capital city on the shore of Lake Victoria? Is it Kenya or Uganda? It's one of those. It is not Ghana. It is Uganda. Yes, Felinian. Uganda is the name. Hey, Shrisha's here. It's good to see you again. Welcome to Trivia Night. Uganda is the answer. All right. What is the capital of Africa's largest island? This is clever. You have to think of what Africa's largest island is and then think of what its capital is. What is the capital of Africa's largest island? Madagascar is the country, but what's the capital of Madagascar? I'll take that, Fellini. It's Antananarivo. I think you're combining Paramaribo. Thank you, Blacklit Star. I appreciate that. That's kind of one of the goals of my channel is to teach more people about geography. Then, ooh, Ryan got it perfect with the spelling Antananarivo. A great name, right? My other favorite African country capital name is coming up later in this section. If you can't tell, this section is capitals. What is the capital of Togo? What is the capital of Togo? I think Ryan's one of the capital cities nerds that I have that comes to Trivia Night. I'm pretty sure you're one of them. None of the other ones are here. Hey, Anna's here. Welcome. It is not Ouagadougou. That is nearby, though, but it's not in Togo. It's good to see you, Anna. I hope you're doing okay. It is Lomé. Yeah, Ryan's one of those capital cities nerds. I knew it. Lomé is the capital of Togo. How about what's the capital of Tanzania? What's the capital of Tanzania? You're half asleep. Well, you're at the right place. Yeah, I figured we'd start with Africa and then let it go easier so that as more people join, it gets easier and easier. More people can play. You got an apartment, Anna? I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad you're not in your car anymore. Fellini got it. It's Dodoma. Anna, everyone in our generation's in debt. Don't worry about it. You're not alone. Dodoma is the capital of Tanzania. Great, Fellini. How about what's the capital of Senegal? What's the capital of Senegal? Really beautiful city, too. The capital of Senegal. What is the capital of Senegal? Oh no, says Felinian. Oh no, don't worry. Don't worry. The capital of Senegal. Dakar. Yes, Ryan got it. It is Dakar. Addis Ababa is the capital of which country? Addis Ababa is the capital of which country? Addis Ababa. Brain empty. It is Ethiopia. Yep, that goes to Fellini, and Ethiopia is the answer. Kigali is the capital of which country? Kigali is the capital of which country? Kigali. Where would you find Kigali, the capital city? Really lovely city nowadays. It had a moment where it was not a good place to be, but nowadays it's a very lovely, very green city. Yep, it's Rwanda. That's right. Ryan gets that one. It's the capital of Rwanda. Which country's capital lies on Maputo Bay? So give me the country, not the capital city, but which country's capital lies on Maputo Bay? Maputo Bay is your biggest hint because the capital's Maputo. Which country lies on Maputo Bay? It is Mozambique. Ludmila gets that one. Mozambique is the answer. Ooh, this is another fun city name. What is the capital of Cameroon? What is the capital of Cameroon? Puto Bay? No, Maputo Bay. Maputo. Maputo is the capital of Mozambique. What's the capital of Cameroon? What's the capital of Cameroon? It's so fun to say. There we go. It's Yaoundé. Yaoundé is the capital of Cameroon. Excellent city name. What's the capital of Africa's largest country? So give me the city name. What's the capital of Africa's largest country? That's okay. Tomatin, I guess. I would rather you Google the answer than just sit there going, I don't know, and waiting for someone else to answer. Because if you Google it, you get to learn. Not Kinshasa. Never heard it said out loud. Yeah, it's fun to say. It is Algiers. I'm going to give that to Waifu and Ludmila because clearly that was a typo. Yeah, Algiers is the answer because Algeria is Africa's largest country. All right, this is the tricky one in this category. What is the capital of the island country located northwest of Madagascar? So give me the capital city of the island country located northwest of Madagascar. Victoria is close. That's northeast of Madagascar. Nope, and it's not Victoria. Wrong country you're thinking of. Northwest. So like in between Mozambique and Madagascar. Like this. It's right about there. Port Louis. I need a map. I feel like I'm forgetting it. Forget this one. It was Moroni. There we go. Ryan got it. Moroni. Yeah. Moroni is the answer. And then my favorite capital city name, Ouagadougou, is the capital of which country? Ouagadougou is the capital of which country? That's the best capital city name in Africa. Thank you, Tomat. Oh, hey, Takashi. It is Burkina Faso. Great job, everyone. Burkina Faso is the answer. Ouagadougou is the capital. That's how it's said. Yeah, it was based on an old empire called Ouagadou. And just over time, it's become Ouagadougou. It's awesome. All right. Natural landmarks of Africa. What's the largest desert in Africa? Something in Harry Potter. These streams. Oh, I'm so glad, Anna. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, it's the African school. Yeah. Hey, Takashi got it first. It's the Sahara. Yes, Sahara is the largest desert in Africa. These are the kind of the easy ones. What body of water does the Nile River flow into? What body of water does the Nile River flow into? Let's see who's going to get it first. What body of water? Not the Red Sea, the Mediterranean Sea. Felinian gets that one. It flows from Lake Victoria, Ryan, but it flows up into the Mediterranean Sea. That goes to Felinian. What is Africa's longest freshwater lake? Not largest, longest. What is the longest freshwater lake in Africa? I'll tell you right now, it's not Lake Victoria. It's longer than Lake Victoria. Lake Malawi is very close, Waifu. That's probably number 2 for sure in terms of length. And it's nearby. It is the lake near Malawi, but it's not Lake Malawi. It's a little bit northeast of Malawi. It's where, if I give you a hint, that might give it away if you know your Africa geography. It's the lake that Tanzania gets its name from. terribly hard with geography. It's all good. Tanganyika is the lake. Lake Tanganyika is Africa's longest lake. Don't feel bad, Tomatin. It just means you get to learn more, and that's exciting, right? What's Africa's highest peak? What is Africa's highest peak? What does my water bottle sound like when I tap it? That sounds lovely. Yeah, I did Africa first on purpose. It is Mount Kilimanjaro. Felinia gets it. It is Kilimanjaro. Mount Kenya is number 2. What body of water lies between the Horn of Africa and Yemen? What body of water lies between the Horn of Africa and Yemen? It's in the Red Sea. It's the Gulf of Aden. Ludmila gets that one. The Gulf of Aden. Yes. Which mountain range spans Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia? Which mountain range spans Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia? The Atlas Mountains. Waifu gets that one. It is the Atlas Mountains. In which country would you find the Abyssinian Massif? I feel like my stomach's about to growl. In which country would you find the Abyssinian Massif? Yeah, the Atlas Mountains are absolutely beautiful. It is Ethiopia. Felinian gets that one. Ethiopia, because it used to be known as Abyssinia. Where, in which country, is the Avenue of the Baobabs located? Bubble. There we go. Oh my goodness. Which country would you find the Avenue of the Baobabs? Like a place that I really want to see because it looks really bizarre. Waifu gets that one. It is Madagascar. Madagascar is the answer. It's in southern Madagascar. What type of tropical grasslands are found in Africa? What's the name of Africa's tropical grasslands? What is that, like Köppen climate zone called, I think? The savanna. Yes, Ludmila got it. It is the savanna. Here's something for the next country that's coming up. Which African peninsula technically lies in Asia? Which African peninsula technically lies in Asia? So it's actually not part of Africa, but it's part of an African country. The Sinai. Yes, Ludmila got it. It is the Sinai Peninsula. Great job, you guys. The Sinai Peninsula. What desert can be found in Botswana? What desert can be found in Botswana? Beautiful desert. Ludmila's catching up. Yeah, you're doing great, Ludmila. I told you when you get to the country questions, you'd do better. The salt flats are there, but that's not the desert, Felinian. It's not the Sahara, Jack. Great guess, though. It's much, much farther south than the Sahara, but almost just as dry of a desert, except during the rainy season. Then it's very wet. The one that's dry. Yeah, Jack, great job. You win that one. Kidding. Which desert is it? Ngokwe. It is not that, Felinian. It starts with a K. There we go. Ludmila got it. The Kalahari Desert. Yes. It is in Botswana and Namibia, but it is the only desert that's in Botswana. In which country would you find Masai Mara National Park? Let's see. So much nostalgia. Great. I hope it's relaxing because that's the other goal of the channel is not just to educate you, but to relax you. That's first and foremost, the ASMR. The answer is Kenya. Fellini and Piano gets that one. It is Kenya. In Tanzania, it's called the Serengeti, and in Kenya, it's the Masai Mara, because that's where the Maasai people live. Next question is, what is Ghana's huge man-made lake called? What's the name of the absolutely massive man-made lake in Ghana? It's the name of Ghana's largest lake. It's not Lake Ghana. That's a great guess, Waifu. It's not that. It is named after a very prominent river in Ghana. not the actual country. The country is named after the Ghana Empire, which wasn't even located where Ghana is. Digia? No, it's not that. It's one that, there you go. Waifu got it. It's Lake Volta. Lake Volta is the answer. Great job, Waifu. Volta. Which river basin feeds the African rainforest? So which river goes through the African rainforest and creates the whole like water table of the rainforest? Which river is that? It is not the Nile, Jack. Great guess, though. Not the Nile. Not go through the rainforest. Think like the Congo area. That's the rainforest part of Africa, like the heart of Africa. The bingo. No, it's the Congo River. There you go. Great autocorrect there, Ludmila. It is the Congo River. Which body of water separates Morocco and Spain? Which body of water separates Morocco and Spain? What body of water lies between Morocco and Spain? Federico is here and got it right. It is the Strait of Gibraltar. Yes, the Strait of Gibraltar, which is in the Mediterranean. All right. And then Robben Island is located in which bay? In what bay would you find Robben Island? Actually, they share land frontier. Yeah, I know, but that's not what I was asking, Federico. Not Guinea. That's a good one. It's much farther south, in South Africa. The bay is named after a famous mountain that is nearby. Only bay knows the Bay of Biscay. Not anywhere close to the Bay of Biscay. You should know the San Francisco Bay. That's the best bay in the world. But this bay is, like I said, it's named after a very prominent mountain that is nearby in South Africa. Definitely the most famous, not Kilimanjaro, further south. The most famous mountain in South Africa, even though it's not the largest, it's the most iconic. The Cape, it's in the Cape. It is in the Cape, but that's not the mountain's name. It's also the name of a piece of furniture. If you know the name of the mountain, it is named after a piece of furniture because it looks like this piece of furniture. Start guessing furniture. Who knows? This might be the hardest one. There you go, Table. It is Table Bay. Waifu will get that one. Named after Table Mountain. It is. I know, here it comes. San Francisco has the best sourdough bread. Yes, 100% Black Lake Star. You are absolutely correct. Bonus point to you for that. That is 1000% true. We have the best sourdough bread in the world. All right, this next set of questions in the book were all about Egypt, but the ones about modern day Egypt were very hard. So I just grabbed the ones that are about ancient Egypt. So next section is all about ancient Egypt. In which city can you find the Great Pyramids? In which city can you find the Great Pyramids? It is Giza. Ludmila gets that one. And Federico got it too. It is Giza. Yes, Dominic got it too. Giza. Gotta go to school. Nice. Giza. Yes, that one is easy. I told you this would be easy. That's why it says easy trivia. Which statue has the face of Pharaoh Khufu? Which statue in Egypt has the face of the Pharaoh Khufu? But not the body, just the face. Just the face is Pharaoh Khufu. The rest is not Pharaoh Khufu. It is the Sphinx. Federico gets that one. The Great Sphinx of Giza is Pharaoh Khufu. It's right by his pyramid. Yep, it's the Sphinx. What temple is located at Lake Nasser? What temple is located at Lake Nasser? And very famously, when Lake Nasser was formed, because it is a dammed lake, They took this temple apart piece by piece and relocated it to higher ground. It is Abu Simbel. Great job, Federico. It is the Abu Simbel Temple. Which city's famous library burned down? Nice job, Jack. You got it. Which city's famous library burned down? Once upon a time, the most famous library in the world, but it no longer exists. It caught on fire. It is the Library of Alexandria. Federico got that, and so did Jack. Great job, Jack. But Federico gets that one. It is the Library of Alexandria. Where can you find the tombs of the wives of the New Kingdom's pharaohs? So, not the actual pharaohs. Where would you find the tombs of their wives / sisters? Because they were all inbred. Where would you find their tombs in Egypt? And I'll give you a little hint. It's not in a pyramid because the Valley of the Queens, yes, Federico, right next to the Valley of the Kings is the Valley of the Queen's Incest. It is not. That it is very Alabama. They just really wanted to keep the line as pure as possible. But yeah. This famous tomb belonged to a pharaoh of the 18th dynasty. Jeopardy phrased question. This famous tomb belonged to a pharaoh of the 18th dynasty. Like the Habsburgs, yeah. Cleopatra is considered the most inbred person of all time because all of her parents were their siblings, and she also married her younger brother and then killed him. She didn't have any kids with her younger brother, but she's considered the most inbred person in history, next to all the Habsburgs. Yeah. This famous tomb, literally the only tomb that everyone knows, was a pharaoh of the 18th dynasty during the New Kingdom era. Just literally what? There we go. It's King Tutankhamun. Yes, there we go. It was Tutankhamun. Was the last pharaoh of the 18th dynasty because he died without an heir, because he died when he was 18. Next, the modern city. Oh, Ludmila says Cleopatra. Yeah, she was Cleopatra the 7th. All her relatives were Cleopatras also. It was a very common name for the royal women. The modern city of Luxor was once what ancient city? What the modern city of Luxor used to be known as what? It was the capital of the Middle Kingdom, and maybe the New Kingdom too. Not Memphis. Okay, Memphis was the capital of one of them, but this was the capital of, I want to say, the New Kingdom. I should know this. I've got my Egypt books right here, so I can film Egypt tonight. Monday stream, says Nark. Welcome. It is Thebes. Jack Hatch gets that one. The answer is Thebes. It used to be known as Thebes, or at least the Greeks called it that because it's a Greek word. What was the Egyptian writing system known as? Or at least the writing system that was used in the tombs, because they didn't use this writing system for every day. Thebes wasn't Greek, but the Greek called it Thebes. It is... Ludmila, you're typing way too fast. It was not known as Thebes. Hieroglyphics. There we go. I'll give it to Federico and Ludmila. Hieroglyphics. Free history and geography lessons. Exactly. Hieroglyphics. They didn't use hieroglyphs in everyday life. It was only for religious temples and things like that. Those purposes. Why were the pyramids built? Oh, you didn't get the notification, Joseph? I'm sorry. It's 7:00 my time every Monday, every single Monday, until I say it doesn't happen. They were tombs for kings. Yes, Ludmila. The pyramids were tombs. They were tombs, says Snark. Exactly. What is King Tut's death mask made of? Yeah, 8:00 for you, Joseph. What is King Tut's death mask made out of? Just like the main thing, because it was made out of a couple other like little gems and stones, but what was it mainly made out of? It was gold and lapis. Yes, Federico, gold was the answer I was looking for. Just gold. It was mostly gold. It is gold. Yes. Hey, Beth, great job. You got it. It is gold. Last question is, how did Cleopatra die? What happened to Cleopatra that she was no longer alive? What happened to her? How did Cleopatra die? Oh my gosh, the bot's here. The bot's here. The bot's here. I haven't got a bot in a trivia stream in the longest time. It's slowing down my stream here. Go away. There. That should do it. And remove. There you go. Yeah, geography is a lot easier than history. Sometimes. Oh, that is it, Savant, you're right. Ugh, I'm trying to block it. Come on. Snake love, oof. Well, not kind of. That's the theory, right? I'll give that to Narg. She unalived herself apparently with a snake. Yes. According to Shakespeare, it was an asp. But she unalived herself is the answer I was looking for. How can I get this bot to come off of my chat? My computer is really trying to lag and get this bot off, but I think I did the best. Moving on to the next continent. Which continent will be next? It will be Antarctica. Antarctica is the next continent we will answer questions of. Not very many questions because they were all extremely hard, so I only picked out the easiest ones. What type of... Oh, Antarctica is which type of geographic region? And the bot really messed up my chat. There we go. What type of geographic region? There we go. Oh, awesome. I have another moderator. The snake was an asp. Yes. Good use of words. Anthony, Cleopatra. Oh, finally my chat's going. Everyone's saying, oh no. Oh, my chat's finally going. What type of geographic region? It is a desert, but what kind of desert? Cold. A cold desert. Yes, Ludmila, that's the answer. It is a cold desert or tundra, but it's specifically a desert because there's a difference between tundra and desert because tundra does get some rain to an extent. What is the highest peak in Antarctica? Does anyone know? What is the highest peak in Antarctica? Because there's a lot of mountains. They have volcanoes there, like active volcanoes in Antarctica. But Mount Elbrus. I don't think Antarctica is the largest desert. Yes, because a cold desert is still a desert nonetheless. It is the Vinson Massif. I'll give that to Jack. That's an autocorrect for sure. A Vinson Massif or the Vinson Peak. Yeah. Mount Elbrus is the largest volcano, I think. So there is a place in Antarctica called the Blood Falls, where the water that drips down from it is red. Oh, Mount Elbrus is in Europe. It's in Russia. That's true. Rip to me. Why does Blood Falls have red water coming out of it? Why is the water red at Blood Falls? You can surmise, I suppose, but there is an actual... it is not quite the salt, Narc, but it is another kind of chemical that causes it. Yeah, not the salt, but another chemical. It is iron. Yes, waifu. It is iron deep. This water is deep, deep, deep under Antarctica so that it's rusted underneath. So as it comes out, iron oxide, it rusted. There is a lake with pink water. There's actually a lot of lakes with pink water, Narc. But that's because of salt, yeah. The water's rusted, so it comes out red, and it's like creepy looking. What is the largest ice shelf in Antarctica? There's a lot of ice shelves. Which one's the largest? Lacos, yeah, in Senegal. But there's quite a few pink lakes and bright green lakes and things like that. That's all from salt and bacteria and things. Lacroix is my favorite one though because it's like Pepto-Bismol pink. We get it. You have a loud motorcycle. Shelf de Large. Oh goodness, it's named after an explorer. It is the Ross Ice Shelf that goes to Ludmila. The Ross Ice Shelf. Good job, Jack. Also got it. The Ross Ice Shelf. Good job, Beth. Which ocean is Antarctica located in? I'm sorry about the motorcycle. I can't control the people outside my home. It's a lot louder for me than it is for you. So, like the store. Yes, it was named after the store. It is the Southern Ocean, folks, after Filchner Ross. Interesting. The Southern Ocean, or the Antarctic Ocean. It is not the Arctic Ocean, folks. That's in the north. That's where the North Pole is. It is the Southern Ocean. What's the research station at the South Pole called? This was in my last trivia stream, I think, this question. It's two explorers that were the first to reach the South Pole. What was the research station? What is the research station at the South Pole itself known as? It's an American station, I believe. It's named after the two explorers that first reached the South Pole, although one reached it before the other. Amundsen and Scott. It is the Amundsen Scott Research Center, so that goes to Federico. Amundsen Scott. Which country owns the Mirny station? Listen to the name. Which country owns the Mirny station? Mirny. Yes, Amundsen Scott. Not Norway. Norway is where Roald Amundsen's from. Not Norway. Mirny. Mirny. It is Russia. There you go, Jack. It is Russia. They own the Mirny station. How about the Arctovsky station? The Arctovsky station. Listen to the name. Arctovsky. Arctovsky. Who owns the Arctovsky? It is not Swedish or Danish. It's not Russia. I wouldn't have put that twice in a row. Not Russia. I know, Joseph. I threw the hard ones in first. That's Slavic. Is it? It's not Ukraine. Ukraine doesn't have any Antarctic places, I think. Not Argentina. It is Polska. Nark got it. It's Poland. It's Poland's research station. How about which country owns the Maldonado station? Which country owns the Maldonado station? This car's going to rev its engine as it goes past the red light outside my house, so I can't do anything about that. Maldonado. It's not Argentina, but you're in the right continent. It's a South American country. One that has a lot of science and exploration. It's not Chile or Argentina. They have their own stations, but it's not the Maldonado station. Brr, vroom, I know, it's so loud. So obnoxiously loud, but I'm sure it's fun to drive around in a loud car, isn't it? I don't blame them for revving their engines. It's fun. Not Brazil. You're getting closer. It's not Uruguay. Think northern South America. It's the country that also owns the Galapagos. Hey, Dr. Pickle. So they do a lot of scientific research. So they have one in Antarctica as well. It's not Venezuela, Colombia. It's not Suriname. Not Peru. Oh my gosh. Narc, you can't just list all the countries. It is Ecuador. I'll give that to Waifu. It is Ecuador station. Last Antarctica question. Who was the first person to see Antarctica? It was in like 1860 something. Who was the first person to see Antarctica? Very famous explorer. A huge spider is crawling up my wall directly behind my computer. Oh my gosh, it's gigantic. Wow, happy spooky season, everyone. Oh my gosh, it's so huge. But you know what? I have a deal with the spiders. If they don't come too close to me, I don't kill them. So, Joseph on Antarcticus. It is James Cook. Beth gets that one. James Cook was the first person to ever see Antarctica. The spider is waving at me. One of its legs is going like this. It is so big. It's just a house spider, though. Okay, you do that. Oh my gosh, James Cook. It's that simple, folks. All right. Next continent is. Which continent is it? Which continent is it? Australia and Oceania. Yay. Do we have any Australians or New Zealanders in the chat tonight? Because this is your category. First of all, what's the capital of Australia? What is this spider doing? Doing something with its minarets. Okay. I'm going to stop looking at the spider. What's the capital of Australia? It is Canberra. Yes, Ludmilla gets that one. How about what's the capital of New Zealand? What's the capital of New Zealand? Canberra is the capital of Australia. It's very like it's one of those where like the largest city is not the capital. It's a planned capital, but what's the capital of New Zealand? EDK. Well, look it up on Google. Who's going to get it first? You might just get it first if you look it up. There goes spider up to the roof. Not Bougainville. It's nowhere near New Zealand. What's the capital of New Zealand? Australia land. It's very funny. Okay, spider is going up to the ceiling, so goodbye, spider. Anybody know? Last chance. There we go. It's Wellington. Ludmilla got it. It is Wellington. What city is the capital of Queensland, Australia? What is the capital of Queensland? Sydney and Perth are both in Australia, not New Zealand. There he goes. Or she, probably. New Zealand land. Very funny. What is the capital of Queensland, Australia? So everyone knows capitals of US states. Who knows capitals of Australian states? What's the capital of Queensland? It's a very large city. Okay, I'm going to stop looking at the spider. Auckland is in New Zealand. Ellington, I think you're saying Wellington. What's the capital of Queensland? Very big Australian city. I think don't worry, Ludmilla. I think my stream is like crazy delayed. I know, I'm sorry, Ludmilla. It is Brisbane. Yes, Dr. Pickle. The answer is Brisbane, Australia. It would make sense if it was also called Queensland. Oh, here we go. Here comes the bot. Okay. I'm already having a delayed chat. The only way to fix the delayed chat is to refresh the stream. But if I refresh the stream, it will end the stream. So I'm just stuck with a stream that's like 2 minutes behind. There we go. Anyway, Hobart is the capital of which Australian region? It's just a bot, Joseph. It's not an actual person. Okay. What region has the capital of Hobart? Hobart. Where can you find Hobart in Australia? Yum, yum. It's Chloe back here. Okay, so I know you didn't get to meet Chloe. Not Northern Australia. Good guess, though. Tasmania is the answer. Ludmilla got it. It's Tasmania. Dr. Pickle got it, too. This is Chloe. She brought her ASMR dress for you all tonight. She was at the start of the stream. Let's enjoy her for a little bit as these loud cars go by. Which country's flag appears on most of Oceania's flags? Which country's flag appears on most of Oceania's flags? The Union Jack, but which country is it, Takashi? The UK. I'll give that to waifu. The United Kingdom. What's the capital of South Australia? Oh, someone's home early. What's the capital of South Australia? I'm sorry, the lag is so bad, you guys. I'm so sorry. Nothing I can do about it. Adelaide, I'll give that to waifu. It is Adelaide. Dr. Pickle got it too. Adelaide. Yeah, Perth is in the west. Oh no, let me say it. All right. Sydney is the capital of which state? Oh, really? Waifu, that's cool. Sydney is the capital of which state? In what state would you find the capital of Sydney? There we go. Waifu got it. New South Wales. Dr. Pickle, I think, is Australian. So I don't know about you, waifu, but the answer is New South Wales. What is the national bird of New Zealand? What is the national bird of New Zealand? She can rub her dress. You're from SoCal. Oh, worst Cal. I'm sorry. Not the emu. Emus are in Australia, not New Zealand. Put you down and do some tapping. Tapping sounds, tapping sounds. Oh, you know what? My Egypt book has a damaged spine. The kiwi is the answer. Good job, Takashi. It is the kiwi. You can get Tim Tams at Vaughn's. Go Giants. New Caledonia belongs to which country? If you remember my video from today. I think the reason that my chat's going so slow is the lag from the bot, which is really unfortunate. I'm really trying to get rid of it. New Caledonia belongs to which country? Come on, computer. I need to get a better computer for streaming. The frogs. Waifu. Say the actual country. Give me a minute while I report this. It's going to lag and take a second. Hold on. I can't see any of your chats while I'm doing this. I'm so sorry. And report. All your chats are going to pop up like real fast all at once. So just keep typing. It's totally fine. All right. I'll give that to waifu and Ludmila. The answer is France. There we go. We don't want to date anyone. It is France. There we go. There's all your chats. Great job. What mass sand? Yeah. Am I back? Hello? Hello? That was really weird. Okay. My internet blipped, which is weird because I'm using my hotspot and it's not supposed to do that. Anyway, I hope you're all still here. The question was, what large sandstone rock is found near Alice Springs? Good night, Federico. Thank you for dropping by. You're always a pleasure to have here. I don't know if the lag got worse or what. It's concerning. It is Uluru. That one goes to Beth. Uluru is the answer. A rock formation near Uluru is called Katajara. But when the Europeans discovered it, what did they name them? because obviously they didn't call it what the native people were calling it, right? What colonizer name is the Cuttajetta rocks? Does anybody know? It's kind of obscure. It's like how Uluru was Ayers Rock, right? Bubbles. Pardon me. Yeah, Ayers Rock was Uluru. What was Cuttajetta? Named after some kind of princess or something, I want to say. It's a woman's name. It's not Ayers Rock. Ayers Rock is Uluru. What about the Cuttajetta rocks? They look like little tiny lumpy Ulurus. Tiny, in relation to Uluru. It's a woman's name. This one might be a little hard. You still call it Mount McKinley. Well, it's not called Mount McKinley anymore because McKinley was not a great guy. And it's not what the native people call it. Ooh, Kimberly's a great guess, waifu, but it is not that. I'm going to give it a little bit more. Renata, no. Kimberly is a great guess, waifu, because I think it's in the Kimberly Desert. But that's not what these rocks were called. I'm going to call it, they're known as the Olgas. They were the Olgas, Patricia. They were the Olgas. What's the world's largest sand island? That so many, when I did Australia on my channel, so many Australians were like, did you know that this is the largest sand island in the world? It's like, wow, that would be cool if like 5 other Australians didn't come into the comments to tell me. But what is the name of that island? What's the world's largest sand island? It's very big too. No wonder it's the world's largest sand island. What is the world's largest sand island? Let's get Topple out here. A sand island, as in an island made out of sand. Oh, you guys can actually see Topple's ears getting rubbed. What's the world's largest sand island? Don't all islands have sand? Well, they're made out of land or coral. Sand islands are made entirely out of sand. There we go. It's on the east coast of Australia, by the way. Right. It's like a sandbar. It's not the Cook Islands. That's a little far out. It's very close to Australia. So many Australians came to my comments to tell me about this island. All right, I'm going to call it then. It is Fraser Island is what it's known as. Why don't we skip over to the next continent then? Because I feel like the chat is Fraser Island. Good job, Dr. Pickle. There it is. My lag must be so bad. I'm sorry, you guys, but Dr. Pickle gets that one. Let's move on to Asia. Asia time. What's the capital of India? What is the capital of India? What is the capital of India? It is New Delhi. That one goes to Ludmila. What's the capital of Japan? Hey, Joseph got it too. What's the capital of Japan? Man, my lag, because this is an easy one. My lag must be correct. I might just have to end it early and do a part 2. Oop, yeah, my lag is bad. I can tell on my end. I still haven't got your answers. Come on now. Yeah, we might have to end it, you guys. That's really sad. You can blame the bot. Or you know what? Here's what we're going to start a new stream. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to refresh this and see what happens. So I'm going to go away And I will be right back, folks. I hope. Here we go. Now I'm getting your answers for Tokyo. Yeah, it's really bad. Come on, computer. Yep, reload. I might have to start a new stream, so